Hi everyone, I'm Joe Cangelosi from the VBX Technical Department, and I'd like to welcome you to another VBX Tech Tip. Today we're going to talk about the new VBX Asian Warner Linear Solenoid Bushing Installation Tool. Let's start by taking a look at the tool and see what you get with it. Well, here's the tool. Get an instruction sheet. Here's the actual bushing installation tool. Here is the old bushing removal tool. You also get 3 new cans, 7 bushings. Okay, we give you an extra bushing in case one gets messed up. A flat washer and a number 10 sheet metal screw that we'll show you how to use in a few minutes to remove the bushings. Okay, so with the tool you get enough bushings to do an Asian Warner 5550. Now, we also have refill kits for once you use those up. There are 2 varieties. This is the refill kit for the Asian Warner 55. Comes with 3 cans, again 7 bushings, the number 10 sheet metal screw and a flat washer. And we also have the refill kit with 6 cans, 13 bushings, a flat washer, and a number 10 sheet metal screw. Now these cans, or this kit, will work on a TF81, an AF21, or you can do 2 AW55s or an 09G. Okay? So with that, let's take a look at how you use this tool. Now, I have 3 linear solenoids here from an Asian Warner 55 that I've already opened. In order to replace the bushings, you have to have a tool of some type to spread your old can out, and when you reassemble your solenoid, to crimp the new can on. We recommend using the TransStar tool T35 199. Now, as I said, I've already opened these up, so let's see how they come apart. Okay, now this is your lockup solenoid, or the SLU solenoid. That's the solenoid with the black connector. Have to be careful when you take this snout out of the solenoid, because when you take it out, the little valve and the spring that's in the snout will fall out on you. Okay, so be careful you don't lose any of them parts. Your other 2, it really doesn't matter because these are not going to fall out. One thing you want to be very careful of, though, is mark which snout comes from which solenoid. For example, on this one, I've put a number 1 on the snout with a magic marker. Now you want to avoid scratching anything on here, okay? If you're going to use like an etching pencil or something, make sure you put your little mark right here. You can also see that I put a number 1 on this motor. You want to make sure you keep the snout with the motor. Now, down inside each of these snouts there's a little valve and a spring and this clip to hold the end plug on. Now you should take these out to make sure that the snout of the solenoid is not worn out, that the valve is not stuck, and you want to make sure that you get all the gup out of there. But be very careful. This is an adjustment. This adjustment is always going to be flush or a little bit below the end of the solenoid snout, but you must make a careful measurement before you unscrew this thing, because if you don't, your solenoid is going to be out of adjustment when you're done, and you could have shifting concerns. Now I'm just going to take this out of here so you can see what's down inside here. There's a spring, and there's the valve, okay? And your clip. All right, so let's put this on the side. And we'll install some new bushings. Okay, so I have this one apart. Now we take out your motor. All right, make sure that before you begin, your solenoid is good, obviously. You want to make sure that your valve's not worn out in your snout or anything like that. You want to check the resistance of your solenoid, make sure it's correct. But on these particular solenoids, it's around 5 ohms. Make sure your connector's not broken in any way. Okay, so here you have your motor. And inside the motor, this is the pintle. Now on the pintle, there's There's a little brass flat washer, okay? Be careful with that you don't lose it. Put that over there. Now we have to remove our original bushings. Now to do that, I'm going to use our bushing removal tool, and this is what it looks like. It's open on one end, okay? Okay, and this is where your screw goes through to pull the bushings out. I'm going to clamp this in a vise with the open end up. I'm going to start, put the solenoid motor into the tool, start your sheet metal screw. Okay, now you don't want to use a big heavy air impact gun on this or anything. The little electric jobs work really nice for this. Okay, that's the one bushing out. Now you just turn the solenoid around, or the solenoid motor around. Start it on your other side. And there's your other bushing out. Okay? Now the purpose of the flat washer is just so you don't mess up the end of your tool. Okay, now we're going to install our new bushings. Now I have two new bushings here. Now when you're doing this in the shop, fellas, you should pre-soak your bushings in some clean ATF. So let's get the tool out. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to start by putting one bushing down onto the pin. Now you'll notice that on the motor, one end of the motor has a step on it, and the other end is flat. Okay, we're going to put the stepped end down into the tool. Okay. Start our top bushing. Put the thing together. And now we're just going to push down. Okay, there you have it. Both bushings installed at the same time and nice and straight too. Okay, next thing, we want to put our solenoid together, okay? Remember, you have your pintle, you have your little brass washer. Make sure you put that in. Drop your pintle into your solenoid. Now, once you do this, this thing should spin and drop up and down of its own weight, okay? If it don't, you may have to work it a little bit. You shouldn't have to work it too much, okay? All right. Now we're going to get our new can. Put the solenoid motor down in the can. And now we're going to reinstall our snout. Now, you'll notice when you look at these that there's a little tiny tab right there on your connector. Okay. Now that goes into this little small slot that's on the nose of the solenoid snout. Okay, that has to line up. That indexes the snout to the connector so that when you put these back into the valve body, the wires are going to face the right way and so on. So, okay, once you're to here, just get your tool and press your snout back in, and there you have it. Once you've done this a couple of times, it'll take you just almost minutes to put in a complete set of bushings. Well, that concludes this VBX Tech Tip. If you have any questions about the solenoid bushing installation tool or any other VBX product, don't hesitate to call our hotline at 866-243-8829. Thanks for watching.